Yo, 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 what up, what up, what up? It's your boy Nick the Quick Van Exo. Welcome to another episode of Quick to the Point. I got my boys in the building. I got my boy Johnny Collins, aka the title guy, Mr. Humble Brag, the owner of Community National Title,
God bless.
TCU track star legend, Hall of Famer TCU. What's up, boy?
Man, happy to be here. God
You
bless.
you can't run like that no more, bro. Chill out.
Oh,
You
bro, I still got it, dog. I still
can't run
got it,
like
man.
that no more.
Still got it, man.
Also, we got the legend, the future Hall of Famer, Clarence Chill Hill, University of Texas Longhorn guy. He's feeling good about his Longhorns, and he's the resident Q dog, man. Give me a little bark, man. Something. Damn, get it started. And we got the Arkansas Razorback legend, Brandon Dean in the building, the 1978-79 Ebony Male Jet of the Year. What up, B Dizzle?
What's happening, folk?
Man, let's get straight to it, man. Let's get to it.
Let's get right to it, man. It's football. It's football. It's a Michael Parsons reunion this week at AT&T Stadium. Coming here with all $47 million hang out his back pocket to show Jerry up. But we got to just go back 1 week, past weekend. The Cowboys feeling good about beating them poor Giants and went up to Chicago and got embarrassed 31-14. It was unbearable. Unbearable. Johnny Collins, what you got to say about your team?
All I can say is we sure did need a pass rush. we sure did need a pass rush. The boy sat back there and threw the ball all day long, man. I saw all the glitter on his fingernails and everything, man. Never made no difference. He was striping boys downfield. We didn't touch him. We didn't sniff him. We didn't do nothing. Somebody should have spit on him. Do something. Nothing.
So he was getting a pedicure in the pocket. Waiting for guys to
Pedicure in
run
the
over.
pocket, baby.
Hey, it was so bad. The next week he done got benched.
Oh, that's Russell Wilson. Shit. We talking about Caleb Williams.
Oh my God. That's B Dean boy.
Man, listen, I seen some growth in Caleb Williams though. But the only thing about it is, I don't know if that's really fool's gold because Cowboys defense is absolutely atrocious.
Bro, our secondary is like a buffet.
No. It ain't secondary. The entire defense. You know, the two most important positions in football is quarterback and the pass rush. And when I tell you they ain't come nowhere close to Caleb Williams. I mean, you got to think about it. A week before that, Russell Wilson, who is 193 years old, had 450 yards passing. Like they made him look like the old Russell from I said Westbrook, him too. But man, the defense is so bad, man. I don't even know if you can really say the Chicago probably gonna win no more games. Like the Cowboys is just that bad. Like you know what? I think I'm gonna try to play safe because I was pretty good back in the day.
Oh my God.
Now I ran a 4.2.
Oh my
There ain't
God.
no lie. It's documented. Huh?
The 20.
Yeah. So I mean, I probably go back there and do a better job than Dig. I can fall down. Hell, I can fall down and let a person catch the ball on me. What's the difference?
You know what I'm tired of seeing against the Cowboys?
Right.
How many times we gonna let people get behind the whole secondary, man? I mean, at least 7 times in the last 2 games. You've just seen them just completely just go by the whole. I don't care if you're running zone. I don't care if you're running man. Just turn around and start running. Like it's so God.
You know what I see, man, and I could be wrong. You know, we outside observers, right? So they hired Schottenheimer, right? In-house. Another in-house guy who they hired, who I guess everybody says who Jerry Jones can pretty much, dangle around and control. And that's a tough position for a coach to be in, coming from in-house. All the players know you. The players. One thing about a NFL player, NBA player, a pro player, period. We can smell bullshit. We can smell realness. We can smell fakeness. We can smell all that shit, right? So when you bring a guy like Schottenheimer in, you just elevate him to a position, and there's no telling. I don't know. There's no telling how players felt about Schottenheimer when he was in his role before, right? So when you come to the NFL, I would think you got to have some type of respect. That players have to respect you from the get go. Players have to feel that like we can be cool like player coach, but a player has to fear a coach a little bit, you know. So to me, I'm looking at there's no way that there's a respect factor for the head coach or whatever you want to call it, because you can't keep letting guys get behind you like that. So to me, it ain't no discipline, right? And it's just like guys like, oh well, you know, they got behind us. It ain't really no big deal. Like to me, as a head coach, y'all have to be like it's coaching at that point. You know what I'm saying? And holding guys accountable. And when you come in, you try to be overly nice to guys. You're doing all this funny shit in training camp. Man, that shit don't mean nothing. Y'all better buckle down and get serious about the situation.
No, it's never meant nothing. I've talked about that. You know, the vibes. He's a vibes coach. He's an aura coach. He's a culture coach. I would say this, that it's basketball is different than football because basketball is really a player run situation. You know, and football, everybody's scared of their job. They don't have guaranteed contract. You can really hold their jobs over their head. But what's also you talking about the new day and time? They don't really have those coaches where you scared them anymore. You know,
That's
it's
what I'm
hard to
saying.
you don't have those coaches you
Nah,
scared of.
that's bullshit. Because I mean, Mike Tomlin, motherfucker scared of Mike Tomlin. You gonna get your shit right in Mike Tomlin. So
That's one. I'm talking about the great majority of coaches are not.
Andy Reid,
They're not like that.
Andy Reid, he
Man,
just bumped.
Travis
He,
Kelsey talk
Andy Reid
bad to
ain't
Andy
scared of
Reid every
nobody.
game, man.
man, listen,
Clarence.
do you see Andy Reid bump that dude like what you want to do?
Nah,
So,
but dude had no problem cussing them out too.
right.
That's what they do.
So Clarence is not really a difference. You know what I'm saying? I think it was the older football was a little different because guys
Yeah.
weren't making as much money, and you know a coach can cut your ass quicker. I think now NFL was very similar to the NBA, where the players is pretty much running this shit. You know, now the lower end guys, of course, they gonna be like, you know, a 10 hut, but the veterans, man, you ain't finna talk to no veteran crazy no more.
What the problem here is like with the Cowboys, they're all on 1 year deal. They got to control. They don't really have guys on long term contracts. So it's about this shit, but also about their future. You know, and so
Man,
they trying to come back. They got these guys over a barrel. Young guys, even the older guys, they're all on short term deals. They don't have any security. You know, it's just different. And so they have their job security hanging over their head. So they can't really because they don't know how long the coach is gonna stay. Because Jerry don't really want to pay two
Clarence,
coaches.
you're talking about really a matter of just respect for the game, for the team. Jerry Jones don't run an organization like that. Like the way the organization is being run just as a whole, you know, this whole situation with Michael Parsons, right? All game long against the Bears, it was glaring how bad we miss Michael Parsons or just a pass rush in general, right? It's like as a player, you're getting your money. How can you really take the opportunity seriously when you know the people above you don't really take it seriously as it pertains to winning?
Well, two things because I think I can do the job, and it's up to me to do the job so I get a contract. Like Sam Williams needed. This is his opportunity to show that because he's on the last year of his deal. Here's the opportunity for him to show that I'm a second round pick. People thought I was hot shit in the SEC. I can get to the quarterback too. This is your opportunity. You're not getting it done, but players only worry about their own bottom line.
But
You know,
Clarence,
and their focus is I need to make plays. I can't worry about Michael not being here. This is my opportunity to show what I can do. Michael got his
I,
money.
I agree with that, Clarence, you know, especially when you come into a contract situation. So
Yes.
where's the sense of urgency at in the secondary on the line?
Well,
So
and that's the
tell me
problem is,
what you saying is right, but are they playing with a sense of urgency? Because
well,
that Giants
the
game, there's no way you finna keep getting behind the secondary. The
well,
Bears,
and that's
no way guys is gonna be 15 yards wide open. So it
well,
ain't no
that's
sense
where
of urgency. So your point is good, but they not playing with that sense of
well,
urgency.
I was talking. Well, that goes back to the coaching because you're asking guys to
What
do
we
things that they don't
saying?
know what they're doing.
yeah,
Okay,
we
you're asking guys to do, and I'm talking about you asking guys because the purpose of a zone defense is so you don't give up the damn big play. They invented the zone defense because of Bob Hayes running number
Clarence,
99.
we played Madden growing up. We know what
Right,
the zone defense is for.
right. And so
Everybody's
you
supposed to
playing
know.
zone
Like I,
and people
only people
still
that
get
don't know is
behind
the Dallas
you.
Cowboys secondary.
You playing zone and people get behind you. Don't compute. Okay,
Man, listen.
so they don't know what they're doing.
You,
They playing out of position. They got players doing things that they weren't had never been asked to do. They got a safety who's a box safety, uh, Donovan Wilson, who plays up to the line of scrimmage, blitz. He played a run. They got him playing two deep safety. He can't cover the ball over his head. He's one of the safety guys that getting run by. You the last line of defense. Why is somebody behind you? He's never in his career been asked to play back there, and they're asking him to play back there. So they have the urgency. They're doing things they're not capable of doing.
man, like, why are we skipping over the point though? Let me say that. Why are you skipping over the point? Like, this or that come down to as an athlete. Where the pride is though? Like, if I'm a defender and I'm playing man or zone, where the fuck it is. If I see another person in the opposite jersey on me, I'm trying not to let the motherfuckers go. Period. Like, they have no, like, no sense of urgency to the sense of like, come on, bro, you can't let this shit happen every fucking week. Like, at some point in time, it's on the players. Like, a coach can put you in the right scheme, he can do all that shit, but he can't stop you from slipping. He can't stop you from looking in the backfield. He can't stop you from letting people, like, that's on the players. Like, at
But
some
that's
point in
also
time, Draymond Diggs got to be held to the fire, and it's got to be like, I'm gonna sit your ass down, and that's what we
right.
not. That's what we missing out of today's game.
And,
Like,
and
coaches
they
ain't sitting
claim
fucking players' ass down.
they're gonna make some changes. But I'm gonna ask you something, Diggs. I'm not Dean. I'm saying Diggs. Dean, if you was asked to guard, if you was asked to guard Nick Van Exel in his prime 1-on-1, could you keep him in front of you? I don't care how much
Yeah,
1-2 you have.
yeah, but because I'm a competitor. You get what I'm
I don't
saying?
care.
Yeah,
His
I was
speed and
listen,
quickness, his speed
listen.
and quickness, they gonna get by you.
I was defensive. I was a defensive player in the SEC. Yeah. So yes, I can guard. I can guard any motherfucking body. I can guard
Okay.
Shaq in the post.
Stop it,
Nigga,
man.
that's how
Stop it,
cold I
man. See
am.
now, see now, see. I'm
Now
talking
I'm just keep it
about.
real with you. What you want me to say, Clarence? I can't guard the nigga. What the fuck?
No, I'm trying to get you to understand it. I don't care. You can say the want to desire. If that's not in your skill set, that ain't in your skill set. They told me a long time ago, talent without hard work is a nightmare.
And
But
you making my point. Sit his ass down.
or that's what they have to do that.
Wait,
They have to do that
it
because
don't
it's not
matter
about
that
a
I
want
mean
to.
he
They
already
got
got the money.
pride.
I already paid him. I'm trying to win. I'm the coach and I'm trying to save my job. I'm not finna go down with this motherfucker. That I just ain't gonna do it.
Clarence, so what else are they saying about the secondary as you're in front of them on the
They're gonna make some changes. They also got some communication issues. They're gonna simplify things. They're not gonna run as many coverages and do what things. They're gonna try to do all of that. They got Deron Bland coming back this week, and we'll see. But the bottom line is you can't come forever. If you can't get to the quarterback and the quarterback is back there all day, your secondary is at their mercy.
And and who's the defensive coordinator now?
Matt Eberflus, got fired in Chicago
Where
last
did
year.
he come from?
Chicago.
So we can't have not no kind of inside stuff. Like the coach from
You have inside stuff all you want to.
the
He
coach from
he he
Chicago
know Caleb
now.
Williams
Wait a
weaknesses.
minute, wait a minute. The coach from Chicago now came from where?
Yeah.
Detroit.
So we was in the same conference. So I should know you very well. I should know Caleb Williams very well. And we still can't come up with no schemes?
Right.
Because you need players. Is it the carpenter or is it the tools? You can have a scheme all you want to. If your players don't run it, if you don't have the players to run it, it don't matter.
So what we are pretty much saying the same thing. Coaching and players at the end of the day. And that's all it's coming down to right now. And who brought all of the coaches and players in?
It's Jerry Jones. This is all on Jerry Jones. And look, you look at the Cowboys schedule, and that they could go winless for a while if they don't beat the Jets. And we all assume they're gonna lose to Green Bay, but then you got the Jets, then you got at Carolina who just blanked Atlanta, and the Carolina's a young and up and coming team, and then you got Green Bay and Atlanta and Arizona
They
and
shit over with for the
Washington.
Cowboys. They season over with.
It
CeeDee
could
Lamb
be a
out for 4
long
weeks.
losing
Shit over
streak
with.
if they don't find a way to turn this thing around. But one surprise for this weekend is I thought the Packers would be coming in undefeated, going to a winless Cleveland team. How did the Packers lose? I just want to know how did the greatest quarterback,
trash
how did
quarterback.
the MVP at quarterback only put up a fucking 10, 13 points?
All right, so here's the thing. I take the blame for that loss. I take the blame for that loss, and the reason why I take the blame for that loss is because I was having tryouts for my squad, my girls, my next hoops, and by the time I got home, it was the fourth quarter. We was up 10-0, and as soon as I turned on the TV, it was bad play after bad play. So I take the loss for that. But here's what I will say. For one, I'm so glad we got Michael Parsons. And that on the same line, Michael Parsons needs to just please, just chill, bro. Play football. Be dominant on the football field. Like every time a mic get in his face, I'm gonna turn everybody into dogs. I'm finna make everybody get paid. Dak is gonna be hurting. Like we going undefeated. Well, we can't go undefeated now. Like just chill, man. Like this shit, sports is a humbling freaking like this shit is humbling, man. You have never won anything. You have never won nothing. Be humble. Go out there and dominate the game. Let your game do the talking. Every time somebody put a mic in your face, you don't have to act like you the greatest thing since sliced bread. Let your game do the talking. And that game against Cleveland, man, I'm gonna take that L. You know, Jordan Love and LaFleur, they gotta be better. Like LaFleur gotta keep don't come to me with this Mike McCarthy style of play. We get a lead, now we want to sit on the ball. No, let Jordan Love grow up and let him go make plays and win the game, get the game over with.
Johnny Collins, I got one question for you. He focused all that time on Michael Parsons. He didn't talk about the MVP, Jordan Love, only scoring 10 funky points.
Well, first of all, he needs all the input he can get from Michael Parsons. And to his point, Michael Parsons is drawing a big old target on his own back. So I
Yes.
do agree that he does need to just go play ball. It was almost as if y'all's offense, it was just a little off this weekend.
Exactly.
No, it just looked, but it looked. I'm not gonna put it all on Love. It just looked off. Something wasn't right.
I'm not worried. It's one game. Game three, it's like everybody was dogging Detroit after game one. Come on, man. Like, are we really finna act like the season is over or we got a problem?
Hey,
No.
hey,
Y'all
quick.
cut it out.
Let me ask
Cut
you
it
this
out.
quick question. Quick, you blew by this. You said Van Exel hoops.
Yeah, little girls, some seventh and eighth grade, 30, 31 girls, man. Let's move. We talk about the Green Bay Packers. I know B Dean ready to jump on my board.
I couldn't wait to jump on this shit. I've been waiting all day. I'm talking about I rehearsed this shit in the mirror. Listen, if you remember, a couple weeks ago, I said,
Yes.
just wait. Jordan Love gonna end up being fucking Jordan Love. He do it every single year. He get you right to the point where you want to think he the greatest quarterback or elite quarterback, and then he do what he do best. He show you like, nah, I ain't ready to take that leap yet, and that's just what it is. You hope he had that growth in year to year, but he ended up being Jordan Love at the end. And I love the idea that I'm always right because normally I am always right, and it's true. Jordan Love is who can I compare him to? Jordan Love.
Aaron, Aaron Rodgers.
No,
Fuck no.
no. Hold
Are
on a
you
second.
kidding me?
Dean, let me help you right quick. Let me tell you who you can compare him to. You can compare him to Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco was 21 and 36 with 142 yards, one INT. Jordan Love was 18 and 25, 183 yards, one
Man, Daniel
TD,
Jones
one
better than Jordan
INT.
Love
There's
right
your
now.
comparison.
Daniel Jones, Matt Jones, all of them better than Jordan Love right now. That last
Bro,
week they
come
had
on, bro. Hey,
last week they
can we
listen
get
QBR.
him off
I'm
the
just going
screen?
listen. They say numbers don't lie. QBR, Jordan Love was 30th.
This the only thing I say, and I said this before in the beginning of the season about
Make
Jordan
that
Love.
shit up.
We need the dog to come out of Jordan Love. You too cool for school, bro. Like let that dog out, man. Like
I
let
don't
it
remember you
out,
saying
man.
that when you was
Let
calling
it
him
out.
MVP. I remember him saying he was calling him MVP. Do y'all remember him saying that?
I still think he gonna get it.
He ain't got no
Still
dog
get
in
it.
him. He got a little cat. Meow. He
I
got a little
still
cat. That's all he got. The
I
man
got
ain't.
Jordan Love MVP, bro.
How
I
many
still
years he
got
been in the
that.
league?
I heard he painted his fingernails too.
Man, stop it. We don't
His
do that.
toenail. He
We
did his
don't do
toenail.
that.
He do
We don't
toenails.
do that.
He do toenails.
So the next subject,
You
Clarence.
know,
We don't do that.
it's no, but it's Michael Parsons' home. I know you don't want him to talk, but people throwing cameras in his face, people throwing cameras in Jerry Jones' face. It's he got a suite here. His family gonna be here. Jerry says he's not doing a tribute to Michael. He says it's not appropriate. What kind of reception y'all believe Michael's gonna get at AT&T Stadium?
It's gonna be.
You get a positive one to the
Yeah.
game start. Once he hit his first sack, he's gonna get booed.
You think he'll get booed?
Yeah, yeah.
As the game goes on, they definitely gonna be booing him. But beginning of the game, they're gonna show the respect, the love that they got for him. But once that kickoff starts, they definitely gonna boo him. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all, everybody is writing off the Cowboys this game. I'm not. I think it's gonna be a good game, and the reason why I say that is because it's a primetime game. Most primetime games, both teams is gonna show up. And everybody that disrespects the underdog, just think of Monday Night Football we just seen. All the analysts on ESPN, who did they choose? Baltimore. Like these primetime games, man, these teams on the other side, they grown ass men and they professional grown ass men. So they gonna have some pride about them. And I think Dallas is gonna show up, but we gonna edge them out. But I don't think it's gonna be as easy as people think.
How is CD Lamb right now, injury wise?
CeeDee Lamb's gonna be out at least a month. Okay, and so you're talking about the Cowboys team that's not only without CeeDee Lamb, but Tyler Booker's out. So you got two starting offensive linemen out. CeeDee, the best weapon on offense, CeeDee Lamb is out. And I know they're grown ass men. I just don't think the Cowboys have the horses to keep up. This game could get ugly early.
You're in a bad spot right now.
It won't get ugly. It won't get ugly.
It could get ugly early.
It's gonna
Not
be
early.
But it won't get ugly because of Jordan Love. He'll keep us
Not
in.
early.
No. See, everybody plays great against the Cowboys defense. So that was y'all not remember. This is gonna be a bounce back game for Jordan Love. That's why I think
most definitely. And the Packers are 5-0 against the Cowboys in the last 5 meetings.
Crazy.
Dak is 1-5 against the Cowboys in his career since he got his first win against Green Bay as a rookie, and during the regular season he lost the playoff game to Aaron Rodgers. So he's 1-5 all time against the Packers, including 2 playoff losses.
I think it's gonna be a good game. We win in the second half. I think early on, the Cowboys gonna come out of the adrenaline. It's gonna be a good game. We'll take it over in the second half.
42-14.
42-14. Well, right now, I thought the Packers were the best team in football. I would say Buffalo's that team right now. Who would y'all say is the best playing the best football right now?
I'm with Buffalo. I got Buffalo. I just think Buffalo just overall is the 3 phases of the game. I think they're the best team in the NFL right now.
Man, look, that's the easy pick, but I don't know. I mean, there are some teams that are playing really. Hey, man, Detroit look good.
Denver too.
Denver look good. Like, there's some teams playing well. I like Baker Mayfield right now. Baker Mayfield doing his thing. Like the league is open right now. The bank is open. It's a lot of folks.
Rams should be 3. They should be undefeated.
I mean, look at Indianapolis, man.
Indianapolis playing. It's a lot of good teams right now. It's a lot of good teams. Everybody got to stay healthy.
Yeah, but we're not asking you about a lot of good teams. I asked you who you think was the best right now. You're gonna pick one.
My choice?
Yeah.
Probably Green Bay.
Really?
Yeah, that's my choice. That's my choice. Probably Green Bay.
Johnny Collins?
I'm not prepared to answer that question, man. I don't know. I want to tell you Baltimore. I know
1-2 Baltimore. 1-2 Baltimore was lost to Buffalo.
I get it.
And they really should have beat Buffalo. So
I mean, they just a couple plays away.
It's not like Buffalo dominated the game.
No. I agree, but you got to make the plays win. And my boy Derrick Henry is fumbled in all 3 games, and in the 2 losses, those fumbles proved to be the game changing moments. Game changing moments. And you talk about it as a humbling game.
You know why he fumbling, Clarence? Because they ain't giving him the ball enough. He ain't touching it. He ain't comfortable with the ball enough. He need to be carrying the motherfucking ball 20 times a game. They giving him the ball 8 and 12 times a game. Get that man the rock, man. Get that man the rock. Feed him.
Well, outside of football, 2 big stories in college sports. Your favorite basketball coach, divisive basketball coach, Bruce Pearl, has decided to step down. I think he's probably going to try to run for politics, but I don't know if I would have sent my kids to play with Bruce Pearl because he's so divisive. But on top of that, we're talking about all of this nepotism and DEI and everybody criticizing Dion, how he handled it. He basically gave his son a job. His son was an insurance salesman until like 5 years ago and has been on his staff. He basically promoted him to head coach. Never head coached anything.
Man, it's the prime example of the country we live in. You know what I mean? It's like let me be frank. Fuck Bruce Pearl. Like I said a long time ago, when a guy goes the route that he goes as a coach, and he takes opportunity away from coaches that deserve a chance to coach, like I don't believe in that shit. Because when we do it, like when LeBron promoted his son, it was a whole big thing. Now he ain't put his son in position to be the head coach. And of course, if you want to know if he's going to politics, he's absolutely going into politics. That's the only reason why he resigned. There's a lot of pressure on him to resign. But the only why he's resigning because now he's going to politics and now he can say all the dumb shit he been wanting to say for a long period of time. So for me, I don't even want to talk about Bruce. Fuck Bruce Pearl.
Yeah, it's crazy because when you talk about the nepotism thing is he even, tweeted something I think about LeBron when Stephen A said something about it and he was like preach when Stephen A was talking about LeBron helping out Bronny. And yeah, Coach Pearl, he said something like preach, like he agreed with it. And when Bruce Pearl was coaching, like when he first started out, he was an assistant and he tried to record a kid and get the kid in trouble and all this and all that. Then he finally gets head coaching jobs and everywhere he's been busted for cheating. You know what I'm saying? Been suspended just about everywhere he's been. And it's crazy because I know when I wanted to coach in college several years ago for my alma mater, University of Cincinnati, they ain't even look at me to, to be a head coach. I couldn't even get a real interview. You know what I'm saying? And I had been coaching, double digit years, in the NBA, head coach in the G League, had 1 year stint, with the Texas Southern in college. So, I had a pretty decent resume as far as, coaching is concerned. And when they talk about nepotism and, guys getting afforded certain situations because of who their parents are, like it is what it is. I'm not mad at that, but don't criticize that. You know what I'm saying? And don't tell a person like myself, well, you don't have college experience. You don't do, man, don't tell me what I can and can't do. And then we sit around and look at this situation, and this man is allowed to coach a top 25 ranked team in the country.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like a really, really good program. Like, and I can't even go back and coach my alma mater, not let alone get a damn interview. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I don't be wanting to hear that type shit. To me, it's all bullshit. And Bruce Pearl, I agree with you, Brandon. I think he's gonna go into politics, and so he can do all the talking he wants to do.
You know what? I think this there's a greater issue here. Quick, you talk about not getting a just a simple callback, right? It's about how people perceive you and perception. And I think right now in society, there's so much of this cognitive dissonance to where we have two dueling truths. Like I can say for myself, um, and I'll speak for myself. I know for a fact that I don't see the world the same way that Bruce Pearl sees the world. I know for a fact that I feel like wrong is wrong and right is right. And I also know the way that I package what's right is different than the way Bruce Pearl packages what's right. And in the same breath, you have to say in the way we package what's wrong as well, specifically around race relations and what's going on uh, in politics right now. And I'm not going to make this about politics because it's so divisive, and I think it gets us distracted from one another. But when you look at Bruce Pearl and what he had the gall to say on such a large platform in terms of his personal views, getting away from basketball. Because no matter what, Bruce Pearl has been a solid coach. He's from the outside looking in. He's looked like the type of guy you want to be around. That's maybe he's a player coach, right? It wasn't until he started talking his personal views to when the lights came on, like, oh, he's not one of us. And we're reminded He's never been one of us. And that's where the divisiveness comes in. And to me, it's the same old sad love song. And I think that's what's discouraging. And then you pile on the fact, Quick, and even to our resident GM, that you've had years of coaching experience, and you can't even get a conversation. And this guy can get on a national platform and spew, this filth he's talking. I think it just shows kind of where our society is right now. And I'm prayerful. I'm prayerful that things get better. I'm discouraged in the same breath because I don't know. I just don't know where this is going to go. I'm off my soapbox.
Hey, stay on that soapbox because another coach who actually has gone on those charts, gone down that path with OAN and all the other stuff that's popped up in these
Tuberville.
conservative networks. Huh?
Tuberville.
No,
Input.
I'm talking about your boy Mike Gundy. I'm a man, I'm 40. And it's bringing Brandon Dean talked about that maybe Pearl was forced out or asked to leave because of his divisive comments. Part of that, because I don't know how you send a black kid to play for coaches like that. But Mike Gundy, who played in college at Oklahoma State and certainly has been a coach there for a long time, said some controversial things, and certainly has been on, went viral that I'm a man, I'm 40, come up to me. He got fired, lost to Tulsa, is a horrible start to the year. Got blown out by Oregon, lost to Tulsa in the same state, and Tulsa's not supposed to be competing with Oklahoma State, but he got fired. Y'all surprised that Mike, I'm a man, Gundy got fired?
Mike, he should have been fired 2 or 3 years ago. Truth be told.
Bingo. That's all I was gonna say. I'm surprised it took that long. That's
Right.
because if it was one of us doing that type of job, like we would have been out of there. So and we kind of expect that. Like, they get a longer leash.
Well
Super
said.
long leash.
Well
I,
said.
I I agree with Mike Gundy. Shit. I mean, first of all, when you can't get in-state kids, that's the first problem. Well, you got Oklahoma you compete with, but you got to get just the second tier. He was a terrible recruiter on top of that. So I never thought he was a great coach from the get-go. So him being fired is just another opportunity for somebody else to come in there and change that program the way it should be. Because Oklahoma State is a program that has a lot of money and gets behind their program. So for him to do the job he's done, I think he's well deserved of being fired. But like they said, the leash has been so long for so many coaches. And this is where the frustration comes in for a lot of people. Like, I know Quick can relate to this part of it. It's just like, man, how is it that every single time that the leash is always longer for coaches that don't look like us? Like, it's the most mind-boggling thing that, like, most professional athletes at a successful level normally are black. Let's just call it what it is. But those are the ones that never get the opportunity, and they come up with all these other different excuses, and they keep moving the goalposts as much as they can, so they can have another excuse of like why they won't let guys come in. That's just the frustrating part about it.
Can I give an opinion on that? If
Who?
if if you my dog, Dean, you my dog. That's my dog, my boy Dean, right? All right, and I own the team, right? I've been knowing Dean. Me and Dean been playing golf every day for, 6, 7 years, right? I hire you. You have a rough patch. It's okay, Dean. It's okay, big dog. It's okay, Dean. Keep it going, man. You gonna meet me at the golf course Friday? All right, I'll see you there. You have a rough season, no problem, man. What you need? What you need? You need some more NIL. What you need, right? My point is, these guys have personal relationships. It's a good old boy factor. It goes back way longer than just, what I'm saying, we just meeting. Whereas a lot of times when black coaches come in, they're coming in with a phenomenal resume. They're coming in off the strength of somebody else's recommendation, but that personal relationship is not quite the same. So I always feel like they don't get that covering. You look at
I'm a flip it for you, Johnny. I'm gonna say this: if I'm the GM, right, and I hired you as a coach because you my homie,
yeah,
but you ain't doing shit, bro, I'm having a conversation saying your ass gone. Because at the end of the day, my job's on the line too. I done already played you guaranteed money, so you just go play golf, go to the Masters with your shirt on, go
yeah.
on here and spend your money somewhere else. But I'm gonna fire your ass, and I'm
But
gonna bring
then
somebody else in that can win.
let's use Gundy. Then we'll get off of this. I'll shut up, right? Gundy been underachieving for years.
I
Like
agree.
Gundy done had some cold teams, some phenomenal talent. He been underachieving for years. But that man before he died that pledged all that money said, "This is my guy," and that was his covering. My only point is, right, a lot of these coaches that get their jobs, like they're coming in under the covering and under the recommendation of big money guys whom they have great relationships with. Look, when TCU hired Sonny Dykes, we interviewed Dion and some other folks. That deal was already done. The inner circle already knew the deal already done because the money is real cool with Spike Dykes, and this is his son, and this is like some borderline family stuff. You get what I'm saying? It's like it's just a different. It's just different, man. They not Quick got to go in with a resume. He got to put his suit on. You know what I'm saying? On these other spots, the resume was done at the Joker house. At the lake house 2 weeks before the actual interview.
Yeah. That's facts.
Agreed. And we're gonna get to Arkansas in a minute because one reason why we're gonna get to them in a minute. We'll get to them in a minute because one reason because Dion tried to interview at Arkansas and they told him he didn't have any experience. And that's one reason why he went to Jackson State. They didn't want Dion because they said he didn't have no head coaching experience on the Power 5 level. Florida State told him the same thing. Now he wanted Jackson State. Now he's at Colorado and doing his thing, but Arkansas didn't want him.
Cincinnati interviewed Dion too. See here.
Yeah.
The Bearcats. They ain't want him. He was too polarizing for him.
All of that. It's always something. And so and that's why we're talking about polarizing coaches. And Bruce Pearl is a polarizing coach because of some of the stuff he says. Mike Gunning is certainly a polarizing coach for some of the stuff he said and did. Another polarizing coach. And I don't want to root for people to lose their job. That's not what we want to do. But I'm so happy that Dabo Swinney getting his comeuppance. Because that's a coach I don't root for and don't like. Okay. He said he was gonna quit as soon as players got paid. They getting paid, he ain't quit. But he don't want to use the transfer portal. And he keeps on, well, I used to win. No, you're not winning now. He's not been able to change with the times. And Dabo Swinney is catching hell up there. Up in we call him Dabo Luther King, on the internet. We have fun with him because he's so high and mighty, but he's getting his comeuppance up there at Clemson.
Man, this guy remind me of Coach Richardson. We played Kentucky one night, and we got our ass smacked. Right, we played on national TV, got smacked, and they came in the post game interview thing. They were telling him like, how does he feel about playing, or how do you feel like being on the hot seat? And he said, "Well, shit, they can fire me. I already got my money." He said, "My dad came on the ship, I didn't." Right, and so So we get back to Arkansas. I'm talking about the plane didn't even land. All the donors got together and said we're gonna buy him out. Like it wasn't no question. His ass was out of there in 48 hours. So it's different. Like Dabo said, he didn't say the same shit, but he said something similar to like, well, I'll go coach somewhere else. But another example of like his lease is still being
right,
but it's still being a little bit longer just based off of that. So Dabo probably gonna finish out the year, and he's probably gonna have another opportunity to come back next year. They just call it what it is. That's just what it is. He one of them coaches that's gonna get that long lease as long as he want it.
His buyout is I don't know what his buyout is. I should have looked it up. His buyout is probably really, really, really.
People don't care about the buyout no more. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on a second, Dean. Let me. Since COVID, people care about the buyout. Like it's a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Texas A&M guy got bought out for a lot.
What you say?
Jimbo Fisher. That was a lot.
That's A&M, baby. That's A&M. There's no other school in the country like A&M when it comes to money.
Texas.
No.
Hey. A&M just spends money because they're so desperate to win it. A&M don't have the most money. They don't have the most money.
A&M spend, let me tell you something. Ain't nobody
they spend it because they're desperate.
Ain't nobody spend money on college basketball.
Desperate. Because they desperate. They have to spend money to be relevant.
Call it what you
want. They never won. It's a fact.
Yeah, I say you can call it what you want, but A&M.
They have to spend money because they've never won anything.
Nolan Richardson can go play left tackle at A&M right now and get $50 million.
So about Dabo, man, Dabo. I'm not a fan. At the end of the day, I'm not just when you got kids that look like us and come from where we come from, and we finally get an opportunity to make some money, right? You know what I'm saying? Whether it's they too young or whatever. You finally get an opportunity to help your family out. You know what I'm saying? At a young age. To me, that's a blessing for these young guys to be able to
Man,
do that. Because I think all of us that are on this Zoom right now, this podcast has played sports. And we all wish we was in this era to be able to get paid. You know what I'm saying? And for a coach to make that much money off of us to not want us to have nothing, like, or they getting a scholarship and that's it. Like, you don't see the struggle. You don't see what we have to go through to make it to where being a high level Division 1 athlete and what it's all about and all the obstacles that we had to go through to get there. You don't see that. You don't see that struggle with the family, single parent homes, drugs, gangs, all that shit that we have to go through to make it to where we want to get to. And then when we finally get there, we got this guy that wants us to come play for him, but yet he don't want to help us out as far as getting money that's legal. It ain't under the table. It's like this is what's being brought to us now because we've earned that right because we're making millions for these universities. And for him to go out and say those type of things, to me, I'm not rolling with that. And if you don't want to pay guys in the portal, my boy David Fisdale, who's was a head coach at the Memphis Grizzlies, come from the Miami Heat. They always had this saying, "Adapt or die." And
Yep.
right now, you see what he's doing.
Hey, quick, hold on a second. Watch this. You know what Dabo buyout is? 60 million.
God dang.
Now continue.
He gonna be there. He gonna be there.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell you,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. He gonna be
You
there.
know what buyout is? $60 million, man.
God.
No, he's not going anywhere. But again, I can't root for Davo. I can't root for these coaches. What's frustrating to me is we see all of these coaches who made their career off of the backs of young black men, many of them from inner city, many from impoverished situations, many of them from single parent households, whose politics, whose rhetoric is so against that, who's come out and say a lot of things publicly, whether they full-fledged MAGA or not, conservative, against the livelihood of these kids and people look like them and their families. And I don't know how coaches continue or parents continue to send kids to universities who have coaches who speak like that. And again, Dabo, his not wanting players to get paid, is in that same vein. It's okay when you make the money. It's okay when Nike is giving you all the money and these coaches can leave and go where they want to, but you have a problem when these players have opportunities to get paid. So that's a frustrating day for me. It goes back to, like I said, Bruce Pearl. It goes, and certainly we talk about Mike Gundy, but there's so many like that who come out the woodworks who, again, built their careers off the backs of young black men.
Well, that's also why it's so important for us to support organizations or universities and colleges, that are doing it in a way that's conducive to the long-term success of black athletes. What do I mean by that? It's one thing to get paid. Like, I'm really happy people getting paid. But people have always been getting paid, whether it was under the table or whatever it may be, right? Now that you're getting paid, start looking at the universities that are actually putting kids in the positions to where they're truly teaching them financial literacy and really kind of standing by, making them go through these step-by-step processes. Now you can't make no grown man do nothing, right? But when you look at some of these universities that are having some success, my guy up at Syracuse right now, he hot. I love how he talking, man, on the football field. Love how he love his players, but he keep it real with them. And he telling them, like, you get this little money, you can go blow it if you want to. But you ought to use what the school provides you and let that little money, support you later on in life. Like, these are the type of, dialogue. That's the dialogue, the narrative that needs to be taught. And it's got to be taught over and over and over again. Because if you've never had any money or if you've never been around money and you get some money, you can never expect somebody in that position not to go spend some money, right? So just going into good situations, just making sure we support those folks, man. That's important.
I'm glad you didn't make that about TCU. We're gonna get back to TCU, but yes, your friend is doing a good job, and he has this thing called 60 for 60, where basically 60 days after graduation,
Yeah.
all of his players have jobs. Either you in the NFL, if you don't make the NFL, you got a job, and that is something that he needs to be commended for. But that's something they're doing in Syracuse. But since we're talking about coaches getting fired, I just want to know what's the leash on the Arkansas coach? What is the leash on Sam Pittman, who was a nobody offensive line coach, who I don't know how he got that job because they'd never done anything. What's the leash on Sam Pittman? And they gonna promote the offensive coordinator who got fired for having a chick on the back of his bike and having a side chick. They're gonna promote him back to be head coach. That's what happened to Brandon Dean?
Welcome back. Welcome back. With open arms. Listen, Sam Pittman they playing Notre Dame on Saturday. Sam Pittman will be fired Sunday morning. Ain't no question about it. And this, honestly, I always said this too. This been a plan in place already. This is always the backup plan. Like, just in case you fuck up, Sam, we gonna sneak him right on in. That's another way to sneak him in without making a big old splash about we hiring this guy. But I like Petrino being like that's when we was relevant. When he had rolling. That's when we was rolling. So man, we gonna get him a couple more chicks and a couple more bikes, and we bike then.
Hey, make sure you give them the credit card now.
Yeah, they got NIL money now, so shit, they ain't gotta hide nothing no more.
And we did all the talking about Coach. That's the frustrating thing. There's the scandal that Petrino left under. He left under a scandal. Okay, the fact that he's even hired as offensive coordinator, let alone have a chance to be promoted for head coach, everybody forgetting all that. That's the complexion for the protection. That would never happen when a black coach who left under scandal can come back and coach on the staff, let alone be promoted to head coach. And people be all for it, talking about, I like that move.
Man, he had been to 5 different universities since then, though. So it's
it don't matter. That's still on.
What I'm saying is that he got a second chance even after. It was like it wasn't even a big deal. So it's the common thing now. But as a alumni, shit, bring him on back. You know, let's get back to what we were, baby. You know what I'm saying? Hey, listen, in my mind, he had paid the penalty. You know, he ain't played it. He coached at lower divisional schools, and he back now. Listen, when we hired him, we already knew he ain't the type of guy that like to just take the back seat. They have promoted him to associate head coach. So that means we gonna bring your ass on here pretty soon because we know Sam Pittman gonna be out there. So come Monday morning, he'll be the new head coach of Arkansas. And let me tell you the kicker on that. And they're gonna extend him probably immediately too. Because that's just
$50 million.
That's the shit that we talking about. But yeah, he'll be promoted on top of that.
Yeah. Well, Nick, before you close us out, we're gonna give Johnny just a little room here to talk about his high flying TCU Horned Frogs. I know he can't contain himself. They may be competing for a Big 12 title. They might be back.
Well, all I'm gonna say is, man, I'm gonna say 3 names, man, on offense. I'm gonna say Hoover at quarterback. I'm gonna say Battle at running back, and I'm gonna say McAllister, that man, at wide receiver. We've got a lot of good chemistry going right now. I don't know if we're as good as it seems yet, but I think this week on Friday, you know, it's going to be a great test for us, Arizona State, and I'm just excited to have a little magic back at TCU, man. It makes going to the games, you know, worth it. It made me feel good about an expensive parking space and all them tickets we got. You know, it made me feel like I'm not wasting my money. So, you know, God bless the Frogs. I'm just happy that we're competing. And we'll talk about it next week, and we'll see what happens. You're doing right, Dean. God bless.
What y'all do? What y'all be doing?
That's the Baylor thing you doing over there.
What's the Frogs?
Oh, my bad. Oh, I thought
what's the Horned Frogs? What's the Horned Frogs?
Hey, let me tell y'all something.
Ribbit.
Quick came to a basketball game with me last year, or year before last, something like that. Man, I had my purple on. We beat out of Cincinnati, man. He left so like how he hating right there. He hated like that the whole game, man.
This dude really sitting in there with a purple suit on, bro.
He had a purple suit on?
With some hard bottom.
What size is it? 46, 44?
No, man, 42 custom, baby.
42 custom.
From head to toe, Doc. You know what I'm saying?
Out of control.
Hey, look, before you close us out, though, quick, listen. One person gonna watch this episode every single time it come out is gonna be my mama, right? I'm talking about every time we got to put something out, she always talking about, man, I seen them, boy, y'all was crazy about that. But the day of her birthday, we about to go to dinner. So shout out to moms, happy birthday, love you. We're gonna
happy birthday, birthday, mama.
Birthday, mama.
Yeah, man. So
Thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of Quick to the Point. It's Quick and my boys. Until next time, we out. Peace.